Hey everybody, this is Danny, and we'll be doing some ethical hacking and cybersecurity research. Today we're going to be looking at Wifinetic. It's a retired box. First we'll do some nmap enumeration. During that enumeration we'll identify that ports 21, 53, and 22 are open. Next we'll go ahead and get files via FTP and find some clear text credentials. Next, Expo's FTP service has anonymous authentication enabled, which allows us to download available files. One of the files has some credentials, so we'll go ahead and fire away that. Next, we'll go ahead and listen to physical LAN and get root creds. So we'll get the root creds via monitor, aka wiretapping into the network traffic. Here's the attack chain. First, we'll exploit a vulnerable service, in this case FTP anonymous access. Then we'll gain initial access via clear text credentials. Afterwards, we'll go ahead and do our wiretap and gain root password for our privilege escalation. With that said, let's go ahead and get started.
First, go ahead and open up a terminal from the location of the file that you'll be using. In this case, I'm going to be using this HTB Wifinetic. And here you can see I'm going to store the files here. So I'll go ahead and open up a terminal here. Once you have a terminal open, go ahead and do an ifconfig to determine your AL host. Once you have your AL host, go ahead and open up a new tab. So you could just click File, New Tab, and then rename it. Do so, and then afterwards change the color to blue. So you'll name yours after ALHost, which will be your ifconfig.0 IP address. Once you do that, go ahead and note down the target IP address here. In this case, it should be the same for you. Next, you're going to go ahead and run the nmap command, in which you'll identify port 21, 53, and 22 are open. We'll go ahead and take a look at 21 as that's FTP. We'll FTP the IP address of the target, input anonymous for the username, and leave the password blank. You'll gain access, in which you'll notice that there's 5 files here. You can get the files, so if you type get the files, you can just download all of them, as we'll be going through each one of them. Once you get the files, they'll be downloaded to this folder here. As we observe files, we'll go into this etc file here. And you can see they have a password D. We'll go ahead and annotate the fact that netadmin is a user. I'm going to close that out. And then you can take a look at some of the other files here. You find the one with the Wi-Fi passwords in it. All right, so this one has wireless. You can see that it has some of the passwords used for the different interfaces. And in this case, this password here, coupled with the admin password, will gain you SSH access. So go ahead and go here, right top. So SSH netadmin IP address target, followed by the password, will get you SSH access. Once we've gained access, you go ahead and cat the user flag. And once you've catted the user flag, we will just skip that part. You can run linps. As I have run linps here, you can see that it actually doesn't provide much information. This box is a little unique in the fact that we're running some Wi-Fi on some of the interfaces, and one of those interfaces is monitoring. So knowing that, we will identify there is a service, and I'll go ahead and go through this as we talk through it. There's a monitoring service on Mon0, and we have physical LAN 0 as part of one of the interfaces. And I could just type in, go through, cycle in some of the commands I've run here. IFW WAN, see if that does it. IW WAN. Let me just type in this command here, and we'll see it. Right, so doing iwconfig will list out the wireless interfaces. In this case, you can see Mon 0 right there is in monitor mode, but you can also see that there's quite a few other ones here. That's all interesting. Now, we'll go ahead and see if we have anything else running with this command here. And we can see that got Wi-Fi running. Some of the authenticated sessions apparently that are going on. Go ahead and see the network interface setup. In this case, you can see that the physical 0 is set with this address for the MAC address. Having that information, we also will identify that there is a service that is available here called Reaver. So Reaver gives you the ability to monitor the network, and it's used by network admins, but we're going to be using this maliciously. All right, so let's go ahead and put this in there. So here you can see Reaver. All right, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to tell Reaver to tap or monitor the monitor interface, and you're going to go ahead and get traffic from that physical 0 interface. So doing that, you can see that it has received a, WPA credentials here. So that WPA credentials, like the Wi-Fi password, can then be used to SU into root. Let me try that again. Oh, I'm already root. But when you do that, so SU root, you'll be prompt for your password, and then you input that password in there. You have root access, and then afterwards you go ahead and cat the root dot text file, and I'll get you the file. I can't show that here because that's against our policy, but I hope you enjoy that portion of the video. I'll go ahead and stop sharing. Again, this is Danny Lopez. I hope that you like and subscribe to this video. There's many more to come. My goal is to at least pwn 100 boxes within a year time, doing about one a day and posting them up. All right. Happy hacking. Danny out.